Kuzofundwa njengamanje umlando kamufi uNathi Mthethwa.
Thank you, Chair. The obituary of the late Ambassador Nkosinathi Emmanuel Nathi Mthethwa. We're talking about the Ambassador Nathi Mthethwa. He touched so many lives, hence his obituary is this long. But we'll be just picking on some of these paragraphs. Please feel free to read at leisure. Thank you. Ambassador Nkosinathi Emmanuel Nathi Mthethwa was born on 23 January 1967 in Claremont, a township outside Durban. Born to Mr. Mbongeni Jetros and Miss Nesi Mthethwa, both late. Nyambose, his clan name, was the fifth among four brothers and three sisters. He grew up in the Durban suburb of Clearwater and in KwaMthethwa on the outskirts of KwaMbonambi. Ambassador Mthethwa became active in the student resistance movement as a teenager, joining the Clearwater Youth Organization in 1982 and serving as its chairperson from 1987 to 1989. In 1986, while in the employ of Just Juice in Pinetown, he became a shop steward of the Food and Allied Workers Union, FAO. At the time, he worked with women whose hands and bodies had been severely scarred by chemical exposure from cleaning industrial containers. Ambassador Mthethwa brought these women workers into FAO's fold, standing with them against exploitation, unsafe working conditions, and employer arrogance. It was at Just Juice that he successfully led the struggle for recognition of FAO, building majority membership and forming the factory steering committee. When the company retaliated by victimizing him and engineering his dismissal, FAO fought a long and bitter battle. With the assistance of progressive lawyers, and after 18 months of struggle, Comrade Mthethwa and FAO won the case. The victory, however, was not simply legal, it was moral. The employer had failed to crush the spirit of worker organization and solidarity. Rather than return to a workplace that was determined to silence him, Comrade Mthethwa chose instead to dedicate his life to full-time activism. From his home in Claremont, he immersed himself in the youth movement while retaining networks in organized labor. He became part of a generation that combined shop floor struggles with the energy of the youth movement, ensuring that the fight for living wages and safe workplaces converged with the broader struggle for national liberation. Together with millions across the country, they surged forward with courage, indomitable and ungovernable. Comrade Mthethwa's trade union and youth activism brought him into contact with the banned African National Congress, the ANC. When he was recruited to undertake underground work from Operation Vula between 1988 and 1989, Operation Vula, also known as Operation Vulindlela, isiZulu for Open the Road, was a clandestine domestic program of the ANC during the final years of apartheid in South Africa. Initiated in 1986 at the ANC headquarters in Lusaka, Zambia, and launched in South Africa in 1988, its operatives smuggled weapons and banned ANC leaders into the country to establish an underground network linking domestic activist structures with the ANC in exile. After he was detained during 1989 state of emergency, he was elected chairperson of the Southern Natal branch of South African Youth Congress and as chairperson of the Southern Natal Unemployed Workers Union, an initiative of the Congress of South African Trade Unions between 1989 and 1990. Between 1996 and 1998, he was an organizer for the South African Commercial Catering and Allied Workers Union. During the same period, he was re-elected to the NEC of the ANC Youth League as the head of the organizational development, which incorporated political education and organizational functions. He was deployed into the ANC National Organizing Team from 2001 to 2002. By all accounts, he distinguished himself in carrying out his various activist and leadership roles through student, youth community, labor, and underground structures in the prosecution of the liberation struggle. Comrade Mthethwa was a vigorous and active during the turbulent years of KwaZulu-Natal's political violence, a gallant and indefatigable freedom fighter. He dedicated himself to the quest for justice and democracy, serving in the front lines despite the mortal danger of his calling. He belonged to that generation to whom freedom was not an abstract ideal, but a daily discipline of sacrifice, courage, and service. His faithfulness and commitment to the ANC was total, principled, and above reproach. A true Democrat, he believed in the contestation of ideas and lamented the erosion of unity in the movement, believing that diversity of thought need not fracture the common purpose, but rather strengthens it when anchored in shared values and mutual respect. His educational qualifications across various disciplines prepared him for a vocation as a leader in the national sphere. Mr. Mthethwa held a diploma in community development from the University of Natal, an executive preparatory program certificate in mining engineering from the University of Johannesburg, and a certificate in leadership communication from Rhodes University. An avid reader and writer, a theater enthusiast, and a keen footballer in his younger years, he brought passion, vigor, and commitment to his 9-year tenure as the nation's torchbearer, determined to leave a legacy of meaningful milestones in each portfolio he held. Ambassador Mthethwa read extensively about Africa's history, exploring all its social, political, and economic facets. Through numerous projects and milestones, this patriot and combatant for freedom worked tirelessly to ensure that the promise of freedom extended beyond the ballot box. From the languages we speak, the trophies we lift, the stories we tell, and the heritage we pass to our progeny. Whether by expanding support for indigenous languages, championing the cultural and creative industries master plan, or uplifting South African literature through the South African Literary Awards, former Minister Mthethwa embodied the conviction that liberation must also be cultural, intellectual, and humane. Ambassador Mthethwa's legacy in South Africa, African rugby, is marked by his visible support for the Springboks, commitment to transformation, and efforts to elevate sport as a tool for national unity and pride, thus cementing himself as a prominent figure in rugby's national narrative. Following a decision by Cabinet in 2015 to declare May as Africa Month, Ambassador Mthethwa led the celebration of our Africanness in true African spirit. As South Africa's ambassador to France, Nathi Mthethwa welcomed Team South Africa to Paris with warmth and encouragement, hosting athletes at the Ikaya Hub, a cultural and hospitality center established within the South African Embassy precinct, which served as a home away from home for athletes, officials, and supporters, offering a space for celebration, media engagement, and cultural exchange. A lifelong friend and fellow activist described Mr. Mthethwa as an internationalist and an ardent progressive Pan-Africanist, in the conviction that South Africa's best prospects lay in being part of a new world characterized by social justice and equity. Nyambose was a passionate anti-colonial and anti-imperialist revolutionary, dedicated to advancing a new cause for mankind. To that extent, not only was he a passionate campaigner for a new, better, and just world order, he read extensively about Africa's history in all its social, political, and economic facets. On February 16, 2013, Nyambose tied the knot with the love of his life, Miss Philisiwe Buthelezi Mthethwa, who will remember him as a nurturer, warrior, and refuge. His children, Mkhululi, Mxolisi, Nombuso, Senzekile, Ayanda, and Zenati, have lost not only a father, but a teacher, a pillar whose many lessons he bequeathed in his lifetime. Ambassador Mthethwa is survived by his wife, children, and siblings. Dumisile Mthethwa Shezi, Ntombifuthi Mthethwa Hlabisa, and Sebenzile Mthethwa Mpanza. He will be remembered as a gentle giant, a humble and patient listener, whose ready smile was the perfect tonic of an incisive and agile mind. For him, knowledge was a communal commodity, a universal resource, and a gift to be shared, to be shaped, not only by the sagacious leader, but by the wisdom of the collective. Lala kahle Mthethwa, Nyambose, Konyane yenkosi, imfolo zemnyama inketha abaweli, Dingiswayo. Thank you.